if anybody's gonna join. Last time I tried doing a live stream on my YouTube channel, I don't think anybody joined at all. So I can see at least there's one person in here, but I don't know if it's me or if there's anybody in here. But yeah, I haven't been live in a long time. I thought I'd go live and talk about a few things, talk about the channel. I know the April Fool's video I uploaded recently kind of scared a lot of people in regards to if I'm ending the channel or not, or some people conspiratized that it was me like giving a subliminal message that the channel actually is over. And I thought I'd just open up a conversation about all of it. I'm sure that there's roughly 1,000 people that will click on this after to watch. Oh, it's Ming. Hey, Ming. Hello. Okay, I can see some people are actually joining. That's good. God bless. This channel has been through a real rough patch recently. Good day, EDR. Good day. How you doing, man? And I thought I thought I'd be speaking directly to the. Oh, wow! They jumped to 14 people. Okay, I guess people are still watching the channel. That's good. Yeah, I just want to hop on here and clear the air about a lot of things and just like explain a lot of things and give an unneeded sort of context to what's going on moving forward with the Traveling Clatt. And yeah, I think it's about time because it's been a few months where I've been sort of not 100% on here and not 100% involved, and yeah, I think it's time to just really like clear the air and explain everything. Hey everyone, John Smith, Jacoby Boy Vlog, Betsy, what's up, Betsy? I love you so much. You're the best. Hi everybody. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you to everybody who's gonna listen and watch this live stream after the fact. I think it's an important one to watch, to sort of give context to where the channel is going to move soon and what's going to happen next. Something that I haven't talked about at all on the channel, I've only ever mentioned this on another YouTube channel of mine that I made, which is called Buhay Nital, is the fact that I have deleted all of the YouTube videos that I made in the Philippines off of this channel for the most part. I removed every single vlog, all the most popular videos from the Philippines that I made off of this channel, and I'll explain why, because I can see that there are a few Filipinos watching this video. I've migrated all of my content from the Traveling Clatt to a separate channel called Buhay Nital, which means Life of Tal in Filipino, to sort of combat this effect that I've dealt with over the years of, and it's not just Filipinos that this happens with, it happens with people in Sri Lanka, it happens with Indians, it happens everywhere in the world, pretty much that travel vloggers travel to, but in the Philippines, because such a big part of my life happens and exists in the Philippines, to try to combat this issue of every time me leaving the Philippines on this channel, just having this massive follower fallout and viewers just stopping to watch the videos. To combat all of that, almost a year ago now, I removed all of the vlogs from the Philippines off of this channel and migrated them to a separate channel, to a brand new home where they can exist, where I'm currently uploading videos in real time from just the past couple weeks of my life in the Philippines, and me building a house and building a home and all that stuff. So anybody who's watching this, who's wondering why the Philippines content stopped on here or disappeared completely, I mean, I had videos with millions of views from the Philippines on this channel. I took them all down. And it was a risky move. I definitely ate it financially a little bit. And the algorithm does not know what the fuck to do with my videos. That's for sure. I can see every video in the algorithm. I can see the analytics. Just the YouTube has no idea what to do with this channel at the moment. For months, I watched my recommended channels be changed and move up and down, and sometimes I was being recommended near like my friends Mike Ellie for Making It Happen at 8 Miles From Home, which were another travel vlogging couple in the Philippines. And then it started changing to like all kinds of Israel stuff, and then Israel-Palestine conflict stuff. And it's 2023. Your boy went through some really fucking traumatic stuff in the last couple of years, And I think that it woke me up inside and sort of like shook me up and said, you need to start focusing on the things that you actually want to do in life, and the things that that make you happy, and that push you to do things that you want to do. Like, what are the actual things that you want to do? And so I've had a real look at myself in the mirror and try to like realize like, what is it that I actually want to do. um, and and yeah, I've kind of come to that conclusion, and I realize that I want to continue to build up this career of the Traveling Clatt. I want to keep up building this channel, and I can't do that with not just the Philippines, but I can't do that with any country that will start watching me for me being in that country and then stop watching me when I leave. I just can't. I can't handle that stuff anymore. I want to figure out, finally, I've been doing this for almost 9 years. April 17th will be 9 years since I started making travel videos. And I've been doing it as a career for about 6. But I need to, I'm an adult, you know, like I'm thinking about my future. I want a family. I want to be financially stable. Uh, I need to figure out a way where I can stop this mess of every time that I leave leave a country, I lose followers or I have people stop watching me. Um, and so that was what that major move was. If anybody was questioning, and I know I got comments and I never answered them because I was kind of trying to do everything quietly. And also to give an update on where I am, I can see that there's almost 50 people watching now. I think it's coming in a delay, but there's a lot of you joining. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment down below. Also, like, leave in the live chat where you guys are watching from. I'd love to know where everybody's watching from. The last almost 6 months of my life I spent on the small island of Siargao, in the Philippines, building my house that was destroyed by a major typhoon over a year ago. And I finished the house. I actually completed the house. I'm uploading videos of the construction process as we speak, on my separate channel, on the Philippines channel. That all of that content has been migrated there. It was you guys will be able to see it in that series if you watch it. It was one of the worst experiences in my whole life, constructing this house. It drained me emotionally, mentally, physically, in every aspect. It changed me from who I was. I lost myself in the process of constructing this house. It was really like a really tough time. I was taken advantage of. I had money stolen. It was just it bittered me up for a long time, and it took away everything that I loved about living in Siargao for a pretty long time. And I just like started seeing like just black. I was just like, it was this hopeless hopeless effort that felt like it was never going to end. And I pushed through. I persevered through the help of a lot of my good friends, and every challenge that came through, I took it head on with obviously the help of my good friends who live on the island, who supported me throughout the entire way. And the house is done. It's called the Tiny House Siargao. If anybody's interested in it, if you're ever interested in staying there and renting it out, I'm going to be putting it up on Airbnb or as a guest house at some point in the future. So definitely check it out on Instagram. Again, that part of my life, the part of my life that takes place in the Philippines, will be completely separate from this channel, probably forever. There might be, if this channel ever grows an audience back, I might do a serious feature on the tiny house on here. But for the most part, the tiny house and my whole life in the Philippines will take place on one place, which is my other YouTube channel. My other YouTube channel called Buhay ni Tal. So again, if you are interested in any of that stuff, I highly recommend watching it out. Wow, thank you for the super chat. I don't know how much 38 Hong Kong, I think it was Hong Kong dollar, but thank you. I'm going to read the comment. Oh, it disappeared. How do I bring it up? Hey man, been a fan for a while. Think you'll do any more vids with your old travel, any of your old travel YouTubers. Congrats on the new house, man. All the best. Yeah. This is something that I wanted to talk about. Actually, it's very exciting, considering where I am right now and what's happening. So, first of all, thank you. It's something I want to talk about too. I never ever felt comfortable incentivizing people to super chat or to give me money on this channel ever. Even when I started a Patreon, like the Patreon still exists, and it's something that I feel bad about because I do accept people's money on there. But I even wrote on the Patreon, I was like, I can't, it's just me doing all this, so like I can't even give time to it, and I'm doing a million things at once all the time. I think I have a spirit of an entrepreneur, and sometimes that battles with like a creative mindset that just makes for a really kind of nasty combination. Um, and it makes me hard it makes it hard for me to focus on a lot of things. And so when it comes to the money thing, I've never ever felt comfortable asking you guys for money, other than when we've done like a challenge, like if we were raising money, or if we did that beard challenge or whatever, when I shaved my beard at 80,000 subscribers. But other than that, I've never felt comfortable being like, hey, super chat, hey, send me money, hey, this and that. This is the first time, and I'm not going to be asking people for money outright, but this is the first time I want to genuinely share what has been going on, because I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and it's always grown sort of monetarily exponentially to a point where I was able to like sustain. But it's been difficult, and I think it's been difficult for most people around the world right now because of what's going on with the economy, and what happens in the United States I think stretches out to the rest of the world, and after COVID and all this stuff. And I'm just gonna air my side too. You know, it's not like a sap story. It's not me asking for money, but I think the financial side is something that you guys as followers have always been interested in, and you know, I thought maybe I'd share. So it's something I'm gonna share, and also I'm gonna share about travel YouTube friends, because there's some exciting stuff in regards to that. Just keep watching, I promise. Um, and thank you again so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, and it's actually a very needed at the moment, and like very useful to me at the moment. So thank you. Um, so faceless vid. So you should collab with other vloggers, like becoming Filipino, 8 miles from home. So no, that's the opposite of my goal. I don't want to be growing the Traveling Clatt in the Philippines anymore. There's obviously conversation for collaborations and stuff with other vloggers in the Philippines on my other YouTube channel, the Buhay ni Tal channel, but this channel will no longer ever probably talk about the Philippines or anything like that. So I do recommend people who are only interested in watching me for my content in the Philippines to unsubscribe from this channel and move yourself over to the Buhay ni Tal channel, because I really will be focusing like 110% of my efforts on just Philippine stuff there. Um, and it's a cool channel, you know, it's like, it's very interesting. This Chico Boy Vlog TV with the pink hands. Oh my God. You're going ham with the pink hands. Okay, so let's talk about where I actually am right now. I am in a town called Pai in the north of Thailand. At the moment, I'm sitting in a little hut. It's pretty cool. Just a little it's a little bamboo hut up in the jungle, up in the mountains. And yeah, it's my first time ever backpacking Thailand, ever traveling Thailand. I'm 26 years old. Imagine, I started traveling when I was 17. Almost 10 years of my life I've been traveling, and I avoided Thailand for so long, um, because I was so scared that I wasn't gonna like this country because of tourism, because there was too many tourists here. Um, yeah, the name of the channel, Betsy, is Buhay ni Tal. It's Buhay space Ni space Tal. It's a Filipino phrase, so it'd be kind of hard. And the channel was just hit 6,000 subscribers, so it's really sort of starting now. So yeah, it might be hard to find if you try to Google it or YouTube search it, but that's the name of the channel. Anyways, back to where I'm at. So yeah, I am. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly how you spell it. Can I pin your comment? Maybe I can pin your comment. I can't pin your comment. They've changed the YouTube live settings completely. I don't know how to use this anymore. So sorry about that. I haven't gone live in a long time, maybe over a year. So yeah, I'm in the north of Thailand, and the reason I came here, and I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story. I went on a big, massive round-the-world trip in 2017, the one that sort of sparked this channel's success. It's what made me hit the 100,000 subscribers mark and everything. Tim, thank you so much for watching, man. I always appreciate you being here, by the way. You're one of the long-time followers, and I fucking love you, man. Thank you so much for always being here. Really appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by, even if you can't be here for a long time. So yeah, that round-the-world trip I did in 2017, you know, it brought me to incredible places, and one of the places it brought me to was Southeast Asia. And the idea was, I came to the Philippines knowing that I could build myself a career on YouTube, and then the goal was spend a month in the Philippines like every other travel vlogger does, and then bounce around Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, the rest of Southeast Asia like everyone does. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I fell so deeply in love with the Philippines. I made such good friends like Borja and Daphne. and then I ended up just shifting to Japan and going back to the States, and those plans had to be put aside again. So I was like, okay, next time I go out to Asia, I'll complete that mission. And then I went to Sri Lanka and I lived there for a long time. And then I found myself back in the Philippines at the beginning of the pandemic. And the idea was, again, stay there for a few months or a month and go off again to the rest of Southeast Asia. And then the pandemic happened. 2.5 years later, I found myself back in the United States again without completing that journey. This trip has been something that has been weighing on my heart and my brain and my mind for years. For 6 years, I've wanted to do this adventure. I missed the hype train completely of all the vloggers that came here and made content in Cambodia and in Vietnam and in Laos and backpacking in the Ha Giang Loop in northern Vietnam. I missed everything. I missed out the hype train. I missed the financial aspect of it, of being able to make money as a vlogger doing it. But still, it's weighed on me, and it's been something that I feel like I needed to do. I needed to finish. I needed to see. So when I decided to take up the task of finishing to build the house, so at least while I'm traveling, I could make some money while I rent out the house. The goal at the end of the construction was, all right, you if you can finish this house, you deserve to go off and do this trip that you've always wanted to do around Southeast Asia. You deserve to put yourself out there and really go experience this backpacking trip that everybody and their mother has done. So the idea was I needed to go to Israel, I needed to visit family there, and then I knew I needed to go back to Shargal to finish the house. I did this series in Israel, and I came in strong trying to copy every other travel vlogger I've seen vlogging now. There's these guys named Dale Phillip and Travel with Chris, and these are good guys. Yeah, there's this Australian one that I always forget his name, Luke, and these vloggers, they go around and they just eat, or they get a haircut, or they walk through a supermarket, or this and that, and it just works, and they get millions of views, and they get hundreds of thousands of views, and the stories aren't there, and it's just kind of showing off their vlog with a simple camera, with some setup, or super raw. So I tried doing that in Israel, and I was fucking miserable. I was miserable. I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, Luke Demont, that's the guy. So I really tried. I tried doing that. Like, and if you guys see the first couple videos I made in Israel, was like these hour-long videos of me just walking around and like aimlessly talking. And again, this is not to talk bad about them in any way. I'm happy for anybody who finds their grind on YouTube. You know, like it's just me trying to reinvent myself again. I was like, I'm not happy making those cringy travel vlogs I used to make with the drone footage and the music and all that. I want to shake things up. And I saw this as like, hey, this is an easy, sustainable way to make a lot of videos, right? I can literally make a video about anything. I just walk outside, make a video, post it, boom, money, boom, subscribers, boom, followers. The one thing that I forget is I'm not white. And for the most part, a lot of the people that watch those videos are not white. A lot of them are from the countries that they're vlogging in. And I think something I theorized, and I hate thinking about race like this, but because I never want to victimize myself, but I think that I've never gained the success that like my white counterpart friends have gained, and I really don't blame it just on that. Maybe my content is not as good, even though I really do think that my content is fantastic, and I think I'm a good storyteller. I think the editing has always been on par or better than a lot of people in this field. But I think that yeah, you know, see, people say I always bring up race. I think that it is an aspect that plays into it. That when people see my face in the thumbnail, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna click on it because like I don't really care what this. He's not like a foreigner or a foreigner that I appreciate his opinion on. And I totally am able to admit that maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's not the truth. Maybe it could be just the quality of the videos. I don't know. But it's just something that I theorized because I'm the only person that I know that's this skin color, that looks like this, that's ever struggled doing the same exact content as everybody else. The travel couples always destroy, but I never got into I never got into a relationship that I felt that I could vlog with. You know, it's not something I've wanted. And a lot of travel vlogging couples have ended in tragedy. So I was like, I don't think I want that for myself either. But nonetheless, you know, like the viewers and the subscribers have never mattered to me really. Like it's like, let me have enough to keep this going. You know, it's never been like about making tons of money. It's always been about living this amazing lifestyle and being grateful and privileged enough to be able to travel and do this stuff. But I think about this stuff, and you guys are my audience, so I like to share it with you. Um, it's like I don't know. I'll never know. See, like Tashi is saying, it could be a combination of colorism and the algorithm. I don't know. I have no way to say what's up and what's down. I've tried researching it. I've asked friends of mine, but I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know anybody else who looks like me who's doing this, who's succeeded. Um, I have friends who are black who have succeeded wildly doing this, and I have friends who are white who have succeeded wildly doing this. I have nobody who looks like me who comes from my background. I don't know any of the Israeli travel vloggers who look like me. I know another Israeli travel vlogger, but he's like sort of white passing, and he did amazing. Um, but that's when you go to a country and they see you as white or European, it's like an easy click. It's like, boom, what is this tourist or traveler thinking? So I don't know. So Model 3 Israel saying, do it for love, not for money. I was like, obviously that's an easy thing to say, but the money does play into it because I need the money to fund the travels. Anyways, long story, roundabout answer. I got to Israel and realized that I'm fucking miserable making this type of content that I'm not creatively fulfilled in it. Like one thing that I wanted to do before the pandemic happened was transition this channel fully into documentaries about wildlife and about travel. And it never happened because of the pandemic. And all of a sudden, the moment in Israel that I tapped into what was important to me and the things that turned me on is when all of a sudden the spark reinvigorated. I was like, oh shit, that's what I like doing. And the video that changed it all, and it's one of the videos that got the most views early on in the Israel series, was when I was walking through Yafo and I interviewed this guy named Joseph. He was like a Persian Jew who had a shop, and I just sat the camera for 10 minutes with him and just talked. And I remember a lot of you guys really liked it. A lot of you guys were like, well, I want that story. I want to know more about him. And I never ended up going to visit him again, which I think was a huge mistake. I should have. But that was the moment where I realized, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe instead of doing a shitty apartment tour in Tel Aviv, or like walking on the beach and showing off beautiful girls and beautiful people in Tel Aviv, or eating this, maybe I could tap into people telling me interesting things, interesting stories, things that I can learn from, things that genuinely interest me. People doing amazing things. That was sort of what clicked in my brain. And there's another YouTube channel, there's another YouTuber, his name is Peter Santanello. He also, I think, started in sort of like the average just travel vlogging thing and sort of totally shifted into this amazing storytelling content. And I sort of started scrolling through his videos when I was in Israel. I was like, man, this is something I could see myself doing. It's somewhere on the border of documentaries, but where you really get to be close with the people. Like, you get to be the host, but it takes the pressure off of me of having to give you guys information like travel guides and where to eat and what this, because I get things wrong and it's a lot of pressure, especially when people rip into you and they're like, if you spend hours on the travel guide series or something, people rip into you and like, fuck you, you did a horrible job. Like, all of a sudden I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I'm not a travel expert. I love traveling, but I can't come to Thailand and tell you guys I know everything about Thailand after traveling here for 3 years. So how about, let me go tell some stories. But let me go tell some stories the way that I can tell a story, right? The way that Peter Santanello can tell a story, or somebody brought up Drew Binsky, in the way that Drew Binsky can tell a story. Again, it's not a race thing, but those people look a certain way and those people act a certain way and they come from a different background. I feel like I have a power to be able to relate to people because of my background, because of what I've been through, and because of the way that I am treated around the world. Not that I'm treated badly. I've never been treated badly at all. But because of the way that people interact with me, I've always felt that when I travel, I'm able to get to closer with people than my other friends, because people don't see me as anything. They don't see me as anything special. When they see me, they level with me. Like, it's one of the things I've always felt in Southeast Asia or in the Philippines, that people are not afraid to tell me like how they really feel and their struggles head on. They never try to beat around the bush with me. I always feel like people get level and really close with me very early on, and I think that's maybe because there isn't this element of race superiority. Nobody sees me as like a European white godsend that's coming to save them or give them money. They just see me as a guy. And I think that's a magical thing that I might be able to tap into when it comes to storytelling. And so when all those things started clicking in my brain, I was like, this is kind of what I want to do. I went head on in Israel. and we created the most fucking political, like we dive deep into everything, you know. And as an Israeli, I lost a lot of friends, and a lot of people still, like, a lot of people unsubscribed, a lot of people shit about me back home in Miami. Like, a lot of people in the Jewish community were like really disappointed in me for sitting down with Palestinians or sitting down with Arabs and exploring these topics. And I know that's a real thing. I know that a lot of the content that I made ticked off a lot of people and pissed off a lot of people because I was pushing myself and pushing the envelope so much with that series. I was exposing and not exposing, I won't say that, because my goal was never to expose Israel. I love Israel to death. I love that country. I love the people in that country. I have nothing bad to say about Israel. I mean, there's problems like in every country, but I love Israel to death, and I die. I'm to the grave with Israel. But you know, it's like I pushed the envelope. I did things that an Israeli is not supposed to do. You know, like, that's what it is. What it is. And getting so much inspiration from this guy named the Saluki, who I think is an incredible, incredible guy, and I've had, you know, a lot of time to connect with him since I started making that series, and we've been talking a lot. He's a really fantastic guy. He kind of gave me his blessing to kind of emulate a lot of this stuff in my own way, and that series was phenomenal. That series pushed me out of my comfort zone in so many ways. It challenged me every day when I was shooting. It challenged me every fucking day when I was out there. It challenged my friend Moshe. My friend Moshe, who's been my rock when it comes to like religious and cultural stuff my whole life. We've always talked, we've always had these conversations. Both of us came out of that series. The things that we learned this last summer in Israel, sitting with Palestinians, sitting with Druze, sitting with Hebrew Israelites, sitting with Samaritans, talking about this stuff, sitting with the most religious groups in Jerusalem. Something that I never got to talk about on camera or film is I got a chance to meet with one of the top, most extreme rabbis in Jerusalem in the Masharim neighborhood, which is like the like ultra orthodox, and I never got to actually film it. I hope one day I can make that video, but I got to like hear and listen from their perspective, and it's one of those videos that I think would have gone completely viral if I would have had a chance to upload it. But that whole series in Israel has been something that's been sitting in my brain since then. It's made me completely question my identity and my culture and my religion in a great way, in a really good way. But it made me expose and learn about so many things. And just one summer, and just a few months, just 3-4 months working and creating this content. And you guys jived with it so well. I mean, some of those videos reached 250,000 views. Some of those videos blew up. Lots of really great comments, lots of new subscribers. So I started getting some confidence, and while I was uploading those videos, I flew in the meantime to Shargao. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of your comments. Bye, Jonathan. I appreciate you, man. I'm coming back to Sri Lanka at some point, so if you're gonna be there, I'd love to talk. I do remember you from the meetup, by the way. I saw your comment earlier. I'm sorry, I'm just on a tangent talking. Where was I? So yeah, while I finished creating that series in Israel, I flew to the Philippines, and I decided I was gonna just use all the content that I filmed in Israel, upload it slowly, while I work really hard on finishing this fucking house, just like grinding the gears and trying to knock the house out. And I expected the house was gonna take me 3 weeks to a month to finish, and I couldn't have been more wrong. I could not have been more wrong. All in all, through the whole process from the beginning to the end, it took 8 months. 8 months to finish the house. It cost me more money than I could have even explained. It cost me so much money. It cost me triple what I thought it was going to cost me. Oh, I got another super chat. Thank you. Thank you. It's from the same person. One Deck, Hong Kong. I gotta leave, but keep up the good work. Keep doing what makes you happy. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate it again. It really doesn't go by lightly, and I'm very, very grateful for the money. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, and thank you for spending time and spending your money here with me. Appreciate it so much. And thank you to everybody who's watching. I didn't think I was gonna have even 50 people in here today. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna have 10 people in here today. At the rate my channel's going at the moment, I thought nobody was gonna watch. So I appreciate you guys. But yes, the house building was so bad and so just like it's so drawn out, and it took so much inspiration and passion from me away from everything I was doing, and it just became this thing where my team, which I've talked about this in the past, I've hired a team of people who help me manage the channel now. I had my team, I had my assistant, I had my editors just uploading and working on the videos from Israel, while I could focus 110 of my percent on just finishing the YouTube, just finishing the house. And like it dragged on for so long, and it took so long, and it just like never fucking ended, and took so much money and so much time that this channel, unfortunately, because I had to drag off the videos for so long, and I had to stay in Israel for so long, and then I jumped to Egypt, financially, subscribers, views, everything started tanking here. Like, this is the thing with YouTube that a lot of people don't understand. If you want to succeed on YouTube, you have to be pushing out content all the time. And while I'm always doing that, it's like it's keeping the momentum of quality content that people want to watch, and doing that from a tiny island in the Pacific while you're building a house is near impossible. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hack it. Like, I didn't have it in me. Um, and so, yeah, the channel flailed. The Traveling Clatt started declining, and I started having a lot of thoughts on, like, whether I even wanted to do this anymore, or like how I felt about it. But the ones of you guys who have been watching for a long time, I know there's a lot of you guys in here that have been watching for a long time. It's like, I'm not gonna give up. Like, I can't give up. I come from nothing. It's like I've got nothing to fall back on. My family is not in any sort of sense of like I don't talk about it often, but we have no, like, there's no financial success story in my family. It's a family of refugees and immigrants to the United States of America who have never really amounted to anything. Um, and so, like, this is all I have. I don't have a college fund. I don't have a degree. This YouTube channel is what I got. This is the only thing I have to make money. It's the only thing I have that can bring me anywhere, that can give me any success. And so if it's either this or nothing. And I feel like I've been doing this for too long now to give up and just try to do something else. I mean, God bless, now that the house is done in Siargao, I have that as like a somewhat temporary thing that can just cover costs, but it just covers enough costs to pay for my team right now, for my editors and stuff. So the money that I'm making, it's going all right back into the channel. And to further give clarification on the financial stuff, because I do know that you guys are interested in this, I always get questions about, like, how much money do you make? How do you make money? How do you survive? How do you travel all the time? YouTube, from what I've understood, and this is I've understood from my fellow peers on YouTube as well, YouTubers, for the most part, especially in the travel genre, have lost about 50% of their revenue from where we were last year. Now, I think that has to do partly with what's going on in the United States with the recession and the value of the dollar just kind of going down and money not really going into advertising as much anymore. But with the rise of short form content, it has given me a slap in the face and like a total whirlwind. I started like over a year ago just trying to upload short form content and trying to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels and all this stuff and YouTube Shorts, and it has not been working for me, and I haven't been able to figure it out. And I quite frankly just hate it. It's not that I hate it, it's like I just can't get my brain to shove the hour-long video into 60 seconds or to less. I have such a hard time taking all that and condensing like all the deepness and all the impact and all that and just putting it into like 60 seconds. And I find myself a lot of time just scrolling through his content and either laughing really hard because some of it's really funny, or just being like, I can't believe that this is what people are watching in mass. It's like, I can't believe that this is what the content has become. And I just think that the short form content it's for me, it's kind of killing the passion in a lot of ways, because I don't know how I can make money moving forward in the future doing this, and I don't know how I'll actually be able to continue this channel. I mean, I'm not like broke. I'm sitting on somewhat of a reserve of money that I made over the years. But eating into my savings is never a good thing. And for the last 6 months, spending money on the house and spending money on the team that I have now to sustain the videos, I have not made any money. In the last 6 months, I've literally only lost money. Even the videos that popped off 6 months ago from Israel, since November, I have not made a penny. Like, actually earlier, more than that. Since like October or probably September. Actually, in Israel, I didn't make any money either. August, like, it's been horrible. It's been like financially just crazy. And that's because month after month, I see the views on the shorts being replaced with the views from YouTube. And obviously, we've always had an issue with YouTube sending videos to subscribers and stuff. And now it's like tripled because people come on the platform. They don't even watch long form videos anymore. They just come for the shorts. And if you can't compete with the shorts, if you're not creating shorts for being shorts, you're not getting subscribers, you're not getting views. And in addition to that, you need like 10 million views to make $1,000 in shorts. Like, for retrospect, on YouTube, 10 million views could be $100,000 for just a normal video. 10 million views, I could survive for more than 2 years, more than 3 years. I could make tons of content with. You have to bust your ass so hard to get millions and millions of views doing the short form content, and it doesn't amount to a lot of money. And me having to like sort of shake things up and learn it all over again, and all of a sudden I have to reformat myself. It's just not something that I want to do. Ben Adams, thanks, buddy. Hey, buddy, hope it's going well. I've been watching you on and off since the cruise ship stuff. Video went viral. Love your stuff. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for being there since the cargo ship stuff, man. A lot of people have been here since the cargo ship stuff. You guys are amazing. Look, and now I'm seeing I have like $19 here. I don't. I really don't. I really hope that this financial talk is not inspiring anybody to give me money, because that's not the goal. I'm really not trying to do that. I'm just genuinely trying to share. Like, I think it's an interesting point, right? Like, I think for years I didn't struggle financially with YouTube. Like, from New York and Sri Lanka and the Europe series up until the pandemic. Even in the pandemic, I was making really, really good money. And I assumed as like once I get back out in the world and start traveling again, it's like, damn, I'd be making bank. You know, I'll be making tons of money. But everything that's going on now with content creation, it's like crazy. It's like it's making it really, really difficult to sustain myself with the content. And if I want to keep pumping out really good content the way that I want to see it, the way I vision, I have to have my team. I have to have my editors. I have to have my assistant. I can't be spending, you know, like 18 hours editing a day, like 18 hours editing a video. It's just not going to happen. It's easier for me to outsource that work to somebody who can do it for cheaper and do it for, you know, faster than me, and I can actually focus on it while I'm focusing on being in the middle of the jungle somewhere. All of that being said, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, and I wanted to come on here, and I'm happy that we filtered out with a lot of people who didn't stick around. I mean, I saw at one point we were nearly at 100 people. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. The numbers jumped, but there's 50 of you in here. Can you tell me? I'm interested. Like, I really want to know. I left Israel, I went to Dubai, and I filmed the most superficial series possible. And I really didn't feel like I connected with Dubai at all. And I don't think that you guys are going to like those videos. And not only that, the series I did in Egypt was an attempt of me to try to go back to what I knew before, like to do the travel vlogging stuff. And I realized when I was in Egypt, I was like, this is not what I want to do. This is just not, it's not the content that makes me happy. I want to be able to connect with people. I want to make videos that are really interesting, that really kind of push the envelope, push the boundaries of what people talk about. Sorry, I'm just reading it. Yeah, Eric, I remember. Eric, I think was your name, dude. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So, like, you know, that Egypt series bombed so badly, and I think it's because you guys could tell, and I think the audience here, I don't think it's just algorithmic. I think you guys could tell that my heart wasn't in it. Like, I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't having conversations with people. I wasn't telling a story. I was just being a travel vlogger. I was like, oh, here's the pyramid, here's the food. And while Egypt was one of the most fun trips I've done in a long time, it was a brand new country for me. It was a trip. It was a country. It was the first new country I traveled to since 2019, because I was stuck in the Philippines the entire time. It was so much fun, but those fun moments, they weren't on camera. Like, for the most part, those fun moments happened between our friend group when we were traveling, and those memories are not shared on camera. I've been trying to store and make less of my emotional, more friend moments less public, and really just try to keep those for myself. And so we have tons of memories from that trip, but not a lot of them are on camera. And the things that are on camera, they ended up coming out kind of superficial and not really. They don't really bring out what I wanted to bring out. And so when I left Egypt, I realized I was like, and I went to Dubai. I realized, like, I want to change it. I want to do something about this. I want to combat this feeling inside of me of, I don't want to make $1 street food videos, and I don't want to talk about the best beaches to visit in Thailand, and I don't want to show you guys what hotel to stay at in Bali. I'm not interested in it. I'm genuinely not interested in it anymore. I've been doing this shit for too long. I want to show you guys cool things. I want to show you guys cool stories. I want to connect with cool people. I want to make actual connections the way that I did in the series I did in Israel. That's what I really want deep down inside. I can tell that that's what I want. I can tell that that's what's calling me. And I always think about, like, Borja and Daphne, the people I met on my first trip in the Philippines. That was such an amazing story that sort of unfolded. And while we were doing the most superficial video series ever in the Philippines, it was like falling in love with these two people and falling in love with our friendship and telling that story. That content still holds up. You know, that content still holds up big time if you go back and watch it. And so, like, how can I bring that to the table now? How can I do it? And I decided that doing this trip in Southeast Asia, I'm going to pursue it, but I'm gonna try to do it differently than any other travel vlogger. I really want to. I don't have it in me to tell you guys about the best places to eat in Bangkok, and I don't have it in me to tell you where to party in Bangkok, and I don't have it in me to go on a booze cruise in Laos, and I don't have it in me to show you guys a superficial view with drone footage of the Ha Giang Loop in Vietnam. I don't have it in me to do it. But what I do have it in me is to show you guys some flute makers that live in Bangkok and like how they've been surviving for the last 200 years. And I have it in me to take you guys on a street food tour that exposes and tells the story of a Thai guy who's raised in America. And I have it in me to tell you guys the story of a trans ladyboy who lives in Bangkok and has experienced life as a ladyboy in the UK and in Thailand. And I have it in me to tell you guys about the burning season in Thailand. And I have it in me to tell you guys about an elephant sanctuary in Thailand that's trying to save elephants and trying to do everything ethical. And I think that those are just some ideas that I like to put out on the table, and instead of going full backpacker mode and full YouTuber mode and just like trying to make everything into just content, let me tell you guys a story. And all those topics that you say beta facts sounds good, these are all videos I filmed already. These are all videos that I've been putting my heart and effort into filming here. And yes, Espresso Lover, the show must go on. Kasabutko. Yes, 100% the show must go on. So it's to say that the Traveling Clatt is not ending by any means, but I am going to be completely reinventing myself from the top down over the next course of the couple months. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm struggling with like the mental aspect of it, because it's really hard. Like all of this is really difficult. I see my other travel vlogger friends doing just the other stuff that was kind of easier for me to do and succeeding with it big time, and I see that I'm not doing it, and I eat my heart out sometimes. I'm like, fuck, I should be doing this because I can make money and I could get the views and the subscribers and everything, but I'm not happy doing it. So I'm gonna keep doing these stories, but like I don't know, it's so scary. I have to be honest with you guys, it's so scary because everything is kind of riding on this. I'm at the point where like, and I'll tell you why it's not clickbait, because you say clickbait. I don't know how long I can sustain this for. I genuinely don't know. I'm not sitting on a toilet. I'm just, I'm just sitting on the floor. It's the best place I could get with the lighting. But I'm leveling with you guys as my audience. I genuinely don't know how long I can keep sustaining this for. You know, like I want to keep making content, and I want to, wow, formaggio, croissant. Hey, Maxime, I didn't know you were watching this. I love you, man. I miss you so much. I don't know how long I can keep doing it for, you know? Like I don't know how long I'll have it in me to just get shit views on the channel and not get any sponsorship deals anymore and not be able to make money, because I need that money to sustain it. I need that money to be able to push the envelope and to keep doing things like that. I got to save some money. I got a future to think of, you know? And I think I'm the type of person that will be able to adapt. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to do something else. I'm also building 2 other YouTube channels on the side besides the Traveling Clatt, which is the dinosaur channel, which is like, has been really hard work, but we're slowly getting there. And then the Buhay Natal, the Philippines channel, will always have a home for me. It's just easy content to create and easy money to make, quote unquote, because I know Filipinos will always be interested in watching my life in the Philippines. And so there's always sort of a guaranteed revenue stream from there. But with the Traveling Clatt, it requires so much work with so little reward at the moment. And it's been like this for over a year. Like just lots of hard work since the typhoon. Lots of hard work. Like hard work and zero reward. Like nothing at all. So I'm leveling with you guys. I'm being honest with you. At the moment, it's not the end. I'm going to try. You're going to see me put in everything I've ever got into the videos coming up. I'm really pushing the envelope. Like everything that we do moving forward, I sit in bed sometimes for hours when I'm going to sleep, and I just think about, how am I going to travel across Laos? How am I going to travel across Vietnam and create content that is engaging and different from what everybody else has done? How do I do this? How do I actually do it? But I can tell from you guys watching already, you guys are vibing with the idea. So I think that for the most part, you guys will vibe with the idea. But one thing that I request, and I really beg of you, there's 70 of you watching, maybe more right now. Please turn on the notifications. Like, make sure that you're subscribed. Do the extra effort. If you see my videos in the thing, watch them. Give me help me with the algorithm, because it's kicking my ass, and I really do need the help now more than ever. Forget about the financial side of things. Like, just be there for me. The ones of you guys who really believe in me, who really want to see me succeed. I know that 100 people can make a difference. I know that it can happen. If 100 of you guys sit down and watch all the video all the way through, genuinely watch the whole thing and engage with it, leave a comment, leave a like, that it will help. It'll show YouTube that I need it. You know, it's required. And because this channel has like 200,000 subscribers, and so many subscribers are from different places, and inactive for the most part, it's like, how do we show YouTube that people actually want to see this channel? I need you guys. I really need you guys. I need you guys to come through for me now. And I promise you, my promise on the other end of it is I'm gonna fucking do everything in my power to create the best content you've ever seen. It's not always gonna hit. I'm positive. I'm positive for the most part, most of it's probably not gonna hit. But like the episode we made with the ladyboy in Thailand, you guys are gonna go crazy. It's next level shit. It's next level. I don't think anybody's done this before. It's something else. You know, it's like a totally different thing. And I've got Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, then Indonesia, which will be my first time going there. Sri Lanka, back there, India, Nepal, and then hopefully if we can pull it off, Hong Kong and Taiwan, and maybe Japan and Korea. That's like what's slated for the future, before I leave Asia for a while, and head down to South America and maybe an Arabic speaking country, because I really would like to learn fluent Arabic. That's what's on the table. That's the idea. That's what I have to offer you guys. And all I ask in return, I really genuinely, all I ask, it's not money. It's not sharing my videos. It's just be there for me. Be here for me the way that you guys are here for me right now. Watch the videos, genuinely interact with me, with them, and give me feedback. If you hate the videos, tell me. Like, tell me honestly, it's not for you, or it's not for me, it's not me being me. But I gotta be honest with you guys, coming up with these video ideas has been so hard, and like they're not typical. Like, I'm not even getting to enjoy the places that I'm traveling to really, because I'm not doing any of the touristy stuff. But fuck, they have been so much fun to film. I have been connecting with such amazing people. I've made such great friends doing these series. It's like, it's so freaking awesome. You know, it's been really, really, really cool. It's made me like genuinely sit down and learn and like listen to people who live completely different lives than me. And like, and I've been able to just like sit down with them and really hear their stories, and it's been amazing. So again, for the last time, the Traveling Clatt's not ending yet, not now. It might. This is a totally open possibility that it could happen. Because, for example, if I do this for another year and I can't make it happen, I don't think that will happen. But if I can't bring it back, I don't know how I'll do it. I really don't. I'm gonna need a loan. Like, hey, I'm gonna run out of money. It's gonna happen. I'm just living off my savings at the moment. So you guys need to be there for me. I need you to watch the videos. I need you to support. And if you believe in them, send them to a friend. You don't need to share them on your Facebook post. You don't need to you don't need to do that. But like, if you believe in the videos and like, hey, this shit's cool, send it to a friend. Be like, hey, Joseph, this is awesome. Go watch the video. You don't need to donate to the channel. I appreciate you. Kyle and Maddie, love you guys. Enjoy your flight. I'm curious to where you guys are going. Go check those guys out too. They're super cool. Yeah, I got a lot going on. Like, there's so much going on. At some point in this journey, I also need to head back to Siargao and like finally put the house up on Airbnb and like get all that stuff. Right now I found like a long-term rental. I also like have 25 chickens now and a dog. There's so many updates I haven't talked about, so much stuff that I can't even touch on this live stream, but it's been so cool connecting with you guys during this live stream, just for like this last hour. I guess I'll end the live stream in like the way that I usually end all of them. Like, if there's any questions, I didn't read everybody's things. I saw there was a lot of comments. I'm sorry, I genuinely don't know how I'm supposed to see the comments. Oh, I just touched the side of the screen. If there's any quick fire questions you guys want me to answer, or something you want me to answer now, ask them now or forever hold your peace. I'll answer as many questions as I can now. and maybe I can find a way to make these live streams more engaging and continue to do them while I'm traveling around Southeast Asia. I don't really know. That live stream thing on YouTube is kind of like difficult, so I don't know how I can do it. Anyways, I'm gonna answer your questions now. So if you have something you want me to answer, just let me know. Do you have a caretaker in Siargao? I do have a caretaker. Yeah, she's currently living. She lives right near the house, and she takes care of my dog, the chickens, the house itself. She cleans, and I really want to work with her in the future. It's really hard, to be honest with you guys, in Siargao to find really good employment. A lot of people like quit jobs very easily there. A lot of the locals in the island. It's something that a lot of my friends who are business owners have dealt with. So yeah, she's currently working there. I hope I can keep her on, and I hope that I can keep growing with her and build with her. I'm open to the reality that it might not pan out, but at the moment she's there. And when we launch on Airbnb, or if we get on Booking.com or something like that on Agoda, I want to what's it called? I really want to like bring her up and offer her as a chef and a cook, and I really want to work with her. You know, like for me, any person that I employ, it's important for me to work with them for the future. It's not just you know, not just like a one thing. Okay, let's see. I would really love to see Nepal and South America. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited for Nepal. I'm really excited to go back to South Asia. It's one of those places that I feel like I connected with really well when I lived in Sri Lanka. And I'm really, really excited to go back. By the way, I didn't mention, Moshe is with me on this trip. He's not here currently right now. He's sleeping. But Moshe is here with me in Thailand. So Moshe's coming back in the vlogs. I know how much you guys love him. Girlfriend. No girlfriend. I can't do it. I tried. It's not happening. No girlfriend, no boyfriend. Not that a boyfriend was ever really a thing on the table, but like a girlfriend, not at the moment. I'm not looking for it. I'm not interested. It's just, I can't sustain a relationship. This is impossible doing this job right now. So we're just not doing it. See what else. When are you coming to Thailand? I'm in Thailand right now, Keanu. Kiani? Aren't you the guy from Hawaii? I think we've talked before. I'm pretty sure you've commented on a lot of live streams. I'm in Pai, Thailand right now. I'll be in Chiang Mai, Thailand for Songkran, which is the Thai New Year, in about 2 days. And then I'll be working my way over to the north of Lao, for probably a good 3 weeks to a month there. And then to Vietnam for around probably 3 weeks to a month. And then Cambodia for a few days. Out to probably Bangkok. And then South Asia. Sri Lanka, Nepal, India. It's going to be awesome. I've never met Will Dasovich. He's in Thailand there. Are Filipino caretakers expensive? The standard rate for for like a daily pay in Siargao is, I think, 500 pesos per day or 400 pesos per day for an employee, I think. I pay her slightly lower than that because the job is not like a full-on job. She's not in the house all day, every single day. It's like one of those things that, like it's one of those things she can do for a few hours and she goes away and she comes back. So I pay her a little bit less than the standard daily rate. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you're in Thailand. Amit, צא מפה, אחי. לא צריכים אותך, אחי. צא מפה. תלך, אחי. את לעברה. My boy Amit is in the chat. He's one of the guys that lived with me in Siargao and went with me to Egypt. He's the love of my life. What part of Thailand? I'm in Pai, Thailand. Shame here, no GF. Same here. Ever go to Singapore? Yeah, we actually did a series in Singapore. I don't know why that completely escaped my brain. I don't know why. We did a series in Singapore with Borja. Because Borja used to live in Singapore for a long time. We flew from Siargao to Singapore before we came to Thailand. We did like a week in Singapore. One of my favorite places I've been to in a long time. It was so fucking amazing. Everything was so good. It was like Japan in Southeast Asia. Food was incredible. The people were so friendly. The culture was amazing. We made some really cool videos there. Some of which I'm not like super proud of. Some of them I'm like extremely proud of. It was super cool. And plus the April Fool's video, if you guys didn't realize where it was by the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. Oh no, I swiped up and accidentally exited the YouTube app. It's doing this on the phone is really weird. Janometry, you asks, hey bro, make sure you're taking care of yourself. How's your mental health these days? Getting better. It was really rough for a little while after the typhoon in Siargao. but we're getting better every day. I've been exercising a lot recently. Before I left the island, once I finished the house, I was surfing a lot and running, which really, really improved. It made like a huge change in my brain and like made me feel a lot better about myself and everything that was going on in my life. So I always find the most mental relief in exercise and yoga and things like that. So I'm really trying to actively get back to it. To be honest with you, with this job, it's fucking nearly impossible. I never have spare time. And the spare time I do have, I'd rather just like sit on the bed and watch a few YouTube videos about dinosaurs or work on something. Like I don't really have free time. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm working hard to always keep this guy up here. To be honest, it's come to the point where I feel like I don't have the luxury to like flail with my mental health. I'm just so pressured on making money and trying to survive right now that it's like just let's just keep working, put the head down on the ground and just keep working, keep working, keep working. And it's been working so far, you know? When I was building the house, I was a mess. Like everybody who interacted with me, I was a fucking nightmare. I was just like super down or super angry all the time, and it was just like horrible. But ever since I finished with the house, like ever since the house has been done, it's been great. I've been getting back to myself and feeling really good about life and everything. So, just to be honest, the house building thing, I cannot recommend to anybody to build a house. It's a horrible experience. Do you have any Indian or Sri Lankan blood? No, I don't have any that I know of. Even though my heart is in Sri Lanka, very deeply embedded. I love that country to death, and I miss it every day. But I recently made a video with the Jewish community in Singapore, and I found out that a lot of the Jews in Singapore, they came from Baghdad, which is where my family came from, my Iraqi side of my family, and there was a lot of crossover with India, like the Cochin Jews in India. I think there's a really good chance that somewhere along the lines there was either some Indian DNA brought in or something, but it's weird because nobody else in my family looks Indian. And honestly, when I see myself in the mirror, I don't feel like I look Indian or South Asian. I feel like I do look more Iraqi or like Middle Eastern than I do South Asian. But rarely people agree with that. Everybody thinks I'm Indian. So I don't know. The blood's not there from what I know, but I've never done a DNA test, and I think I should do it one day because I'll probably find out that I do have some South Asian DNA in me, but I don't that I know of. Let's see. Maxime says you should stay longer in Cambodia. Yeah, we've talked about this conversation, right? We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stay longer in Cambodia. It doesn't. For some reason, Cambodia is one of those countries that just doesn't interest me. I really don't know why. But it's one of those things. I get on the ground. We'll see what happens. I just much rather spend my time at the moment in a place like Indonesia or Sri Lanka or Nepal or India. But yeah, well, it's all about stories. You know, if we can figure out cool people to interview, cool stories to cover, I'm down to do anything. Like the location doesn't matter. It's the people. Mimi says, do you ever consider, Mimi, I love you, by the way. Do you ever consider a different career? Why do you do what you do? Man, that's a deep question. It's a deep question for an hour in. I feel like I touched on it on here. Like I do what I do because I love this shit. It's so cool. It's awesome. It's such an amazing job. I don't take it for granted, really. Like I really don't. This is the coolest job in the world. It's so amazing that you guys are my boss, right? Like I don't have a boss that I have to answer to ever. I make content for you, and sometimes you guys don't watch it, and sometimes you guys hate it, and sometimes you guys love it. And the content you guys love, I try to make more of it. But you know, it's like I make this because I love doing this. It's super cool. I get to interact with cool people, and I get to explore, and I get to do things that are amazing. And the only other career choice that I'm thinking about doing, but I'm actively trying to develop, is my dinosaur channel, which is to get into content creation about dinosaurs. It's something that I'm actively working on. Every single day I'm working on it. So hopefully we'll get there one day. Amit, get out of the live stream. You're not allowed here. Do you have a twin brother, Rotem Cohen? Has the same face. I don't know who Rotem Cohen is. I've never met a Rotem Cohen. Not to my knowledge. Scarlett says, why so not much uploads lately? I'll explain to you guys how it works with the uploads. When I was making the simpler videos, the really easy to edit vlogs that didn't have any like anything controversial in it, my editor, who's amazing, based in the Philippines, he would edit a video, send it to me for approval, and like my assistant would watch it and approve it, and then I'd get the corrections and give the final approval, and we'd upload it. And we could be able to do that like every 3 days or so. when we started going into the controversial stuff, like especially when it became like Israeli-Palestinian stuff and we were working with people, a lot of those videos are highly edited. There were things that we had to cut out, certain people's names, faces we had to blur, and so the editing process became a lot longer. And so we've just been stuck in this loop of delay where I haven't been able to get a lot of videos out. I'm actively trying to deal with it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it because I can't make 20 videos in a day anymore. Like because these videos have to be more thought out and like interview style, I don't know if I'll ever be able to surpass more than a video a week or 2 videos a week. It's like 2 videos a week is gonna be really tough. I don't know if there's so many amazing stories out there that I can make 2 videos a week, because these videos require research, they require like following up with people, and like Singapore was really hard for me to get into connections. I had to go on the ground and get those connections. So it's like I don't really know if I can do more than a video a week. I'm really just trying to push a video a week at the moment. And I know it's been taking longer, and then like give you guys a bunch of shorts. So for the people who aren't interested in watching the whole video, they can watch a video broken up into shorts. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. If you guys think, if you have any thoughts about it, like I'd love to hear. If you think I need to be uploading more videos per week, let me know. I'm trying to really go over quality now, than like more quality than quantity. And I know that's exactly the opposite of what you're supposed to do on the algorithm on YouTube, but I just want to make a change, you know, like I want to make it happen. Like I'm trying, you know, I'm trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baby? Singer rich, I don't know what that means. Singapore, I got it. Hey, I'm just to the point. You slightly lose weight, looking good. I think I gained some weight recently. I think it's just a haircut that's flattering, but I did lose a lot of weight before I left Siargao. I've gained it all back being in Thailand because the food here is fucking unbelievable. Is YouTube a sustainable way to make an income? At the moment, it's not for me at all. I talked about this earlier. I was like, I've just been losing money the last 6 months. It was at one point. When I lived in New York, I made very, very good money. And when I was traveling across Sri Lanka, I was making very good money. I never made good money in the Philippines ever. Just the revenue there is just very, very low. But, you know, my series and my videos in America have always done really well for me, and stuff in Europe has always done pretty good for me. So it has been okay. And the sponsorships at the time when they were coming in, I was able to make a lot of money from the sponsorships. It was really good. But now, like, all that's dried up. I haven't gotten a sponsor in months. Like I have all my sponsors are gone. Because one, I'm not bringing in many views anymore, but also like just the ad revenue or the money that sponsors used to give on YouTube is gone. Everybody's talking about this. It's unbelievable. What I used to be able to charge for a video, I'm not even getting 25% of that as an offer anymore. I have like no room to negotiate. And so when I have to close a sponsorship deal that costs money and time, right, with my team, and we have to like write out a thing and read it to you guys, and that costs money. Like I have to pay people on my team to edit that, and to help me put together a thing. I haven't been able to find one deal that I've been able to close in the last 6 months that I actually would be able to make money off of. It's crazy. I've never experienced something like this on YouTube before, and I think a lot of YouTubers are talking about this. So, like, keep in mind if your favorite YouTubers probably talk about it. But it is crazy. There's a big shift happening in content here. Don't end. I'm here. The video where you visit my hometown, Caerphilly. I was actually sitting with a girl from Wales here in Pai yesterday. Super cool, talking about some really amazing things. Hey Caitlin, what's up? Are you still in the Philippines? No, okay. I see the questions are dried up, so I'm gonna bounce. My ass hurts from sitting on the ground for a long time. I'm not in the Philippines. I'm in Thailand for the last time. Guys, I'm gonna end on this note. If Copter Deal, he mentioned a good thing. I have affiliate links in a lot of my videos. NordVPN, things like Safety Wing Insurance. If you guys are ever traveling, you should use my links because I do get a little bit of kickback for it. If you make videos signing up for Epidemic Sound, I get a little bit of money for that. I'll never, ever, ever ask you guys for money, ever. I'm just not comfortable doing it. Maybe I should, but I don't do it because I checked my nose now. I wasn't picking my nose. I've had a nose bleeding issue, and yeah, like I thought here in northern Thailand it's been really dry, so I thought my nose was bleeding. BetaFX says, honestly, haven't watched in years. I'm down for this new chapter. Have you tried doing location videos, establishing history of a place, and doing heavy hitting interviews and stories in between? I don't say I'm quitting YouTube twice a year. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't do that. I only trick you guys on April Fools. I never say I'm quitting YouTube. I've said I'm quitting YouTube once before, and it was also to troll. It wasn't. I don't clickbait that often, you know. The clickbaiting with me is minimal. I have pride, okay? I've got some self-respect. The clickbaiting I do, I think, is pretty good. Maybe you don't believe in it, but I don't think my clickbaiting is that bad. Anyways, major point is, please, please, please support the videos that are coming out. Please spend your time watching them. That's all I can ask. If it's an hour of your time, if I can ask for it, please, 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 please watch the videos. Spend an hour watching one of my videos. Tell me what you guys feel about it. Let me know actual feedback about it. The burn season here is so bad, and I'm making a video covering it. It's insane. I've never experienced anything like this before, ever in my life. This is one of the most insane phenomenons I've ever seen ever in my life, and I think it's a super fascinating video. But that's all I can request, guys. Just please be there for me over the next few months. I'm going into a somewhat difficult time with the content, and I'm just hoping to God that one of these videos takes off and I could at least start getting an inclination of like, what should I do and what should I not do. But it's only going to work through your support. It's only going to work through you guys being there for me in every single video. I need you guys to show up. Like when a video comes out, turn on the notifications, 50 comments instantly, you know? Like I know you guys are on a bunch of different time zones, but like when we upload a video usually around like 7 p.m. Israel time. So I don't know what that is for the rest of the world. It's like around, I don't know. I got to figure out exactly what, but like I need you guys to be there. Like comment on the video immediately when it comes out. Comes out, just like fucking hit me with a comment. Be like, yo, Tal, we're here. Represent. A like squad. Be my like squad. We've never had a like squad on here. Be my like squad, baby. Give me some love, baby. I need it. First video coming from Dubai is coming probably today or tomorrow. It's not very interesting. It's a hotel tour because a viewer sponsored my stay there. It was like a super cool hotel room, but it's nothing crazy. It's gonna go against the opposite of everything I said in this video. The first two videos from Dubai are not very inspirational or like hard hitting. The last two videos from Dubai are super interesting, and then after it gets really, really interesting. The first and only video that I have in the Philippines here is gonna be amazing. And then after that, Singapore, Thailand. I'm really trying to like hone it in. So be there for me, guys, please. I love you guys. You're the best viewers in the world. You stick with me, I promise I'm gonna be here for you. I'm not leaving. I just need you guys right now. Okay. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye.